Hello, welcome to Chapter 3. This chapter focuses on the issues of licensing and certification. The state of California requires that all childcare and early childhood programs be licensed to ensure the health and well-being of children served. So learning objectives for this chapter begin with the purpose of licensing, which will be repeated several times. The purpose of licensing is to keep children safe and healthy and does not assure the quality of the program. This is important to remember about licensing. This chapter discusses the differences between licensing and accreditation of early childhood programs, as well as introducing us to the quality rating and improvement system, which may be new for some of you. Particularly among programs sponsored by public agencies such as school districts, the military, or state or federally funded programs, there's a huge emphasis on quality of the program because of the difference it makes in children's development. An important part of high-quality program is the education and experience that staff bring to the classroom. There's a strong body of research that demonstrates the connection between more education of staff and a higher quality of programming for children. For that reason, there's a push to require higher levels of education beyond the minimal licensing requirements, which are deemed to keep children safe. Because of the importance of this one sentence out of the chapter, I'm going to read it exactly as written. The purpose of licensing is to protect children's health and safety, to ensure that the program is educationally sound. Nowhere is the quality of the program discussed. Take some time to review licensing requirements. There's a link in this week's module, and quickly you will see that the focus of licensing is on numbers and things that are easily observed. In California, licensing of centers is regulated by the Community Care Licensing Division under the auspices of the Department of Social Services of the state of California. These requirements are minimal and do not guarantee the quality of the program children receive. To ensure that the center's buildings are safe, all local fire, sanitation, and building safety standards must be met. Once a program is operating, licensing requires that records of monthly fire drills be kept and be available for review when asked. Food service, storage, prep, and presentation of food and drink are also carefully observed to ensure that children's health is well guarded. One factor that cannot be emphasized enough in relation to food service is the necessity for everyone, adults and children, to wash hands before food is touched. Another essential element in this chapter and in a programming for children is physical space. 35 square feet of indoor space per child ages 3 to 5 and 60 to 75 feet of outdoor space per child. Because infants and toddlers require more personal equipment, cribs, playpens, changing tables, high chairs. More space is required for that age group. Playground equipment for all children must meet safety standards, and fencing around playgrounds is required to ensure children's safety and make it easier for staff to supervise play properly. Also important for everyone in the building is the temperature and the source of light. This is important not only for health, but for a general feeling of well-being. California licensing ratios are different from those listed in Tables 3.1. A careful review of licensing ratios with education and credential qualifications for each classroom is required. Ratios listed in the table are recommended group size and ratio of children according to NAEYC standards. Staff qualifications are the third leg of the program quality school. program quality stool. Licensing requirements for assistants and teachers are minimal, as little as 12 units of CD courses for an associate teacher. If you want to know what you need for a specific licensing requirement, Google Child Development Permits, which are issued through the California Commission on Teaching Credentialing. In California, anyone who intends to operate a child care program, whether in home or in a center, must first attend an orientation, either online or in person at a local office. In San Diego, there are 2 regional offices, and the correct one for your program is determined by zip code. All this information is available online through the Community Care Licensing website. Centers are not licensed to operate until the final approval is obtained from the licensing specialists and fees are paid. The license must be posted in a conspicuous place and renewed annually. Teacher education and experience are an essential element to ensure quality of a center program. To be certified at the teacher level in California, according to the Child Development Matrix, an AA degree with units in child development, or 40 college units with a combination of child development and general education, plus 175 days of teaching experience is required. This is very different from the minimal 12 units that are required to work at a center. This chapter also mentions a credential that's nationally recognized, the Child Development Associate Credential, or CDA. In California, those possessing a CDA are placed at the associate teacher level on the CP permit matrix. As you would expect, requirements for directors are higher and include 6 units of administration, which is probably why most of you are in this class. This brings us to the chapter summary, with an emphasis on director responsibilities. Many directors hire staff members with minimal qualifications and then support their professional growth through training. An investment in the quality of staff is an investment in the quality of the program provided for children. Happy reading.